First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So in this lesson number 1 on the topic cube and cuboid, now we are going to learn introduction about it. So friends, listen here. In my YouTube channel, I have already posted some of the videos on circle, triangle, square, rectangle, etc. These are the videos that is based on a two-dimensional images. So now from this video we are going to learn some of the questions that is based on a three-dimensional images like cube, cuboid, cylinder, pyramid, cone, etc. So these are the three-dimensional images. So before learning all those stuffs, let me start from the introduction that is based on cube and a cuboid. So friends, listen here. What is the major difference between cube and a cuboid? Cube is a square box. Cuboid is a rectangular box. That's it, right? So cube is a square box. All the sides are same in length. So only we are saying it's as a cube, a square box. If you take a cuboid, it is a rectangular box, right? So first let me learn some of the important points based on cuboid. If you learn cuboid, then cube is so easy, right? So cuboid, cuboid is a rectangular box, and this cuboid is surrounded by 6 rectangular planes. So note this point, cuboid is surrounded by 6 rectangular planes. Can able to see what is it? What I am saying that the 6 rectangular plane is the sides, right? You can able to see A, B, C, D is one plane. Got it? This is one rectangular plane. So similarly, A, E, F, B, it's another rectangular plane. So similarly, there are total 6 rectangular planes. For example, if you take a rectangular box, there are 4 sides. Outer sides will be 4. And top and the bottom. So totally we are saying a cuboid is surrounded by 6 rectangular planes. Got it? So listen here, second important thing, out of the 6 rectangular planes, what is called as total surface area and what is called as a lateral surface area. So these two words are important. So friends, listen here, if you take a cuboid, right, it is surrounded by 6 planes. If you take all the 6 planes, it is called as a total surface area. If you take only the surrounded parts, for example, if you eliminate the top rectangular part and the bottom rectangular part, if you take only the surrounded region, surrounded planes, 4 planes, it is called as a lateral surface area. So understood friends, what is called as total surface area? If you take all the 6 rectangular planes, it is called as a total surface area. What is called as a lateral surface area? Only the 4 sides that is surrounded, not the top and the bottom. If you take only the 4 surrounded rectangular planes, it is called as a lateral surface area. Right? So these 2 points you need to remember. And the second important thing is, if you take a word cuboid, right? This cuboid refers to an hollow cuboid. Either we can take the cuboid as an hollow cuboid or else a solid cuboid. It can be anything, right? So hollow cuboid, or else we can take this as a solid cuboid. You know what is called as hollow cuboid? For example, if you take a box, rectangular box. So inside the box it will be some space, right? Hollow space. But if you take a brick, it is a solid cuboid, yes or no? Brick doesn't have any hollow surface there. So we can say that the word cuboid, it can refers to both. Either it can be an hollow cuboid or it can be a solid cuboid, right? So only based on the question we need to decide whether the given cuboid is an hollow cuboid or it can be a solid cuboid, right? Only based on the question we need to decide and we need to solve the question. But remember, the word cuboid refers to both. Either it can be a hollow cuboid or else it can be a solid cuboid. Got it? Next important point. So what is called as an adjacent planes, right? Adjacent planes. Just see here, what is the meaning of the word adjacent? Adjacent is called as a neighbor, right? If you take one plane, let me take A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is one plane, yes or no? A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D is one of the rectangular plane. So which plane is adjacent to it? Adjacent is just a neighbor. We can say For this plane, this is adjacent. Yes or no? Right? ADHE. So this plane is adjacent for this. So similarly, for ABCD rectangular plane, we can say CBGF is adjacent. CBGF is adjacent. Got it? Adjacent is a neighbor. Similarly, for this ABCD, we can say that for this adjacent plane, this is also adjacent, right? ABEF. So these are called as adjacent plane. But you should not say for ABCD, right? EHGF. You should not say these two planes are adjacent, because these two planes are not adjacent. These two planes are in opposite in direction. You can able to see ABCD here, right? EFGH is here. It is not adjacent. It is opposite, right? Opposite planes. Adjacent plane, both the planes should be an immediate neighbors, right? It's called as an adjacent planes. And also you should know that these are the side planes and these are the bottom plane, top plane, and the front and the back. So totally it consists of 6 planes. Got it? And second important thing, you should know what is called as edges. This is also important. Edges, right? So edges is nothing but if you take one rectangular plane and another rectangular plane, the joining area is called as an edges. So friends, got it? Two rectangular plane joining region is called as a edges. Listen here, ABCD, right? Let me take ABCD. ABCD is one plane, right? Yes or no? ABCD is one plane. So similarly, ABFE is another plane. We can say ABEF is another plane. So these two planes are joined at the edges of A and B. So we can say that for these two rectangular planes, A and B be the edges. One edge. Friends, got it or not? So similarly, A and D will be another edge. AE, HE, and similarly GC, CB, BF. So these are called as edges. So totally there are 12 edges in a cuboid. So note this word in for if you are writing any railway exams, or if you are a college student, campus interview questions, you can able to see this in a multiple choice question. How many edges are there in a cuboid? You should say the answer is 8. Got it? And the next important thing is the vertices, or they call it as a vertex. So what is called as a vertex? Just see, vertex is nothing but the joining point. For example, let me take A as one of the vertex, because all these plane lies at the point A. So similarly, B is another vertex, C, D, E, F, G, H. So totally there are 8 vertex or vertices. So friends, got it? So edges and the vertices. Totally there are 12 edges in a cuboid and 8 vertices in a cuboid. Got it? So these two are most important in many campus interviews and railway exams. You can able to see it. Next thing is, which are the lines are parallel in a cuboid? You can able to see from the figure itself, we can easily say that E and F, G and H will definitely be in same length. Yes or no? Both are in parallel, right? So just see here, EF, right, is equals to GH. This will be equals to BA. And similarly, this will be equals to CD. Yes or no? These 4 length will be definitely same in size, same in length. Yes, because by just seeing the diagram itself, you can decide these are in parallel in length. So definitely the length of these lines will also be same. So similarly, you can see D and H, A and E both are equal in length. So similarly, C and G, B and F are equal in length. So we can say DH. So D and H, A and E. So similarly, C and G, B and F. So these are the points are equal in length. So similarly, H and E. So H and E, D and A. So similarly, C and B, G and F. Right? So H and E, D and A. So C and B, G and F. So these points are parallel in length. So you need to remember this. And that's it about a cuboid. So it's the same thing for the cube, right? Because cube is an equal in length, that is easy. So similarly, the total surface area, lateral surface area, total number of vertices, total number of edges, everything is same for the cuboid. And the formula may vary because it's a rectangular box and that is a square box. So some formulas will be vary. But learning a cube is easy. Learning a cuboid is little bit difficult. Why? Because we have some formulas lengthy. That's the reason I'm saying cuboid is tougher. But if you solve some questions, then definitely you will feel the cuboid is also easy, right? So another important thing in the cuboid is you should know what is called as length, breadth or width, right? Or else height. So by seeing the image itself, you can directly say the longest side is called as a length, right? The longest side will be taken as a length, and the second largest will be taken as a breadth or width, and the last will be taken as an height. So based on the question, we can decide that. But remember one thing, the longest side will always be taken as a length. For example, here you can see this will be the longest side in the cuboid, yes or no? This area. So this area will be the longest side, so we can take this as a length. And this will be the breadth or a width. They can either say as a breadth or sometimes they can say as a width. Both are same. So breadth and width will be this, and this area will be the height. Got it? So length, breadth and height. So next is, I think this is enough, right? This is more than enough in the topic cuboid. So I will display here some of the formulas for the cuboid. You need to learn this formula, that is for cuboid as well as for the cube. In case if you are strong in by-hearting the formulas, by-heart initially. If you are a student like you can't able to by-heart anything, if you learn one formula, you will forget another one. So if you are a student like that, don't worry about that. Start solving a question. If you solve 20 to 30 questions, automatically you can by-heart the formula, right? Decide which category you are and try to learn like that. So that's it about cuboid and a cube. So remember one thing, cuboid is a rectangular box, right? And the cube is a square box. So the word cuboid, that refers to both. Either it can be an hollow cuboid or it can be a solid cuboid. Only based on the question, we need to decide whether the given cuboid is an hollow or else it's a solid. And second important thing is a cuboid is surrounded by 6 rectangular planes. And if you take all the 6 rectangular planes, it is called as a total surface area. And if you take only the surrounded 4 side, it is called as a lateral surface area, right? And the second thing is adjacent planes. You know what is called as an adjacent plane. Adjacent is the neighbor planes, right? You should not take the opposite sides. Adjacent is just a neighbor rectangular planes, is called as an adjacent sides. And next is the edges. Just now I have told you, if 2 rectangular adjacent planes joining part is called as the joining point is called as an edges, right? So totally there are 12 edges. Never forget this. There are 12 edges in a cuboid. And what is called as vertex? Vertices or vertex. Vertex is nothing but the point, right? So you can able to see the point A where all the planes meet at point A. So similarly 3 planes meet at point B. This is called as a vertex. So totally there are 8 vertices in a cuboid and 12 edges in a cuboid. So never forget these 2 important words. And second thing is, I have told you which are the lines are parallel in length, right? So you need to remember all those things. And second thing is which is called as a length and which is called as a breadth or width and which is called as an height. So never forget this. Sometimes they will say in a question width or sometimes they will say as a breadth. So both are same, never confuse it, right? And you need to learn these formulas, what I have told you now. Only just four formulas in a cuboid and 4 formulas in cube. That's it. So if you learn this, then solving even the very toughest level question on these topics will be easy. So be strong on the concepts. Definitely you can able to solve the question. So friends, that's it about this topic. So in next lesson, we can start solving some of the questions that is based on cube and cuboid. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you really like it, share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much. Bye.